CQ, CQ, this is W9GFO. Is anybody out there?
Other people need to see what I've seen. They need to see...
This is the way it's been done for billions of years. Small moves, small moves.
I should have looked this up before I started recording, but there's this Insurrection Act thing. Apparently it's been used 4 times in the United States. It's where a U.S. president... Is that a turtle? Yeah, I've got tons of turtles over here. This is where that big copper thing is that I made. Still on my way to the mesa. I haven't gotten there yet. See, oh, I want to tell you this. These zombie horses, that's fun and peaceful. Just in a regular place where horses go. They're easy to tame. They saddle just fine. Got plenty of health. Look at the health. I don't think it can jump very well. I don't know. Yeah, well, I'm not very good at this. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, so that's a horse. So you can get them on peaceful. I was so surprised. I mean, I was like, what's that green thing moving over there? And it was that little feller. I don't know if it's a feller or not, to tell you the truth. Okay, what's in my inventory? Because I gotta get rid of stuff. No, I'm good. I did. One of my villagers finally gave me some silk touch, so I've got that. I don't have my mule. My mule's at the other place. I know, but, you know. Now, where should I start this? This is my... That's going up so I can cut down those trees in survival, okay? I'm just going to start digging. Now, I thought I would have made this video sooner, but I kept telling myself things that I should do. They don't have anything to do with reality, of course. How I should have a topic formed and all that stuff. And I thought, well, mainly the thing is I need to talk to somebody. And I know you're not anybody that knows me, and I know you're not, I mean, this is what you call parasocial relationship, whatever. All 20 of you watching my videos. But I just need to talk to a person, or people, because I'm in here all alone watching what's going on, and I'm okay, but not really. You know, I should be using my fancy pick. Yes, I should, because it's got fortune too. And it really is unbreaking. I've been using the heck out of this pick. I try not to mine normal blocks with it, but mine's pretty fast, so sometimes I don't do it fast enough. Anyway, so whatever this insurrection thing is, basically is, Orange Man does not, believe that anybody should be allowed to... Why can't I jump up? That's weird. There we go. Does not believe that anybody should be able to say no. Therefore, anybody who said no must be punished. So, he's warming up to the idea of sending troops to, Minnesota. Which means, he's deploying troops to attack American citizens. Because they're saying no. Also, the administration refuses to... Well, it's not that they refuse to release... I can't remember his name. I think it was Lopez. A United States citizen that was deported to El Salvador illegally. And, of course, you all know that President El Salvador is a torture chamber. And he had a meeting with the president of El Salvador, and they agreed not to return a U.S. citizen to American soil who has been taken for no reason. He was kidnapped. So what that's telling people is that the man is already dead. And if that can happen to him, see what they can do is they can pick you up, haul you off, and then say, oh, our bad, you know, we didn't know. And then they can say, oh, oopsie, you know. So anybody can be picked up, kidnapped, taken to a foreign country, and disappeared. There are not enough words, not only in the English vocabulary, but in the human vocabulary, for me to describe how I'm feeling right now. The whole thing is so petty, you know. What happened to that woman, good? And now somebody's gotten the video since after the murder. And they point out that standard operations were not followed with the handling of a officer-involved shooting, shall we say. The body was not covered, so anybody could have seen it. The condition of the body proves excessive force. There's a third thing too. I can't remember what it is. Oh, and they basically tampered with evidence. There was nobody on scene to investigate the situation. No, you know, like coroner or, you know, nothing like that. So, and also, I was always suspicious because that Ross guy just got in the vehicle and left. I thought that was kind of weird, you know. Don't they have to stick around and wait for I don't know. I don't know. You know, the body wagon or something. Don't they have to wait? And is there usually a lot of paperwork involved and stuff like that? So I thought that was weird that he just got in a vehicle and he was driven off. He didn't drive away. Somebody even said, get in the car. So they wanted him gone. Oh, and then unmarked masked men went into his house, removed his computer, and totes full of something. They don't know what. It looked like they were heavy when they were dragging them off. They looked like they weighed a bit. There's a dog out here. How do I know that? There's sheep residue. That's how you know. Okay. Okay, sheep residue can go there and the meat can go there. Excellent. So I gotta find this dog. It was here just a minute ago, apparently. Ooh, I don't have any bones on me. Should I cheat some bones? I might, just for the heck of it. You know what I really ought to do is go back and empty my pockets. There it is. Are you a wild? You're a pet dog. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can rustle up some bones. So things are really awful, and also Europe is Germany, France. It looks like England, Denmark, and a couple other places. They're patrolling to protect Greenland from attacks by the United States, or invasion, or whatever you call it. So we have no foreign diplomacy anymore because nobody can trust us. Nobody can believe us. Oh, I hate rain. I hate it. I just hate the way they do storms in this game. I should probably get a bunch of stuff over here so I can have my guys, have a little tater tots, get over and organize stuff. I might do that. Well, I'll go get some more wood. Oh, I want to see if I have bones. I forgot. I've got dogs scattered everywhere out here. Nope, no bones here. Okay, I might have to take in some bones if I see that animal. I bred way too many sheep and too many moose. There's a lot of moose and sheep out here. That's okay. So, basically, for any petty reason, if that megalomaniac narcissist freak decides, he can get people arrested, deported, sent to concentration camps, killed, just because he doesn't like them. You know how petty he is, and how many names he calls people for no good reason, just because he's petty. So, I think they went after Minnesota because he doesn't like that woman there, who's Muslim and black, and Somali. You know, you know what he says about countries like that. They've restricted visas and passports so that people from various countries can't get in. The lie is that there are too many people from those countries on public assistance, and of course that's not true. So I was watching this happen and going, I should keep my mouth shut, I should just keep my mouth shut. And then on the other hand, like I said in the last video, I'm 7 years old. I've had my turn and you have not, you younger people. So I kind of feel like I kind of owe it, I mean, I'm not afraid of dying. Is that a dog? It could be a dog. No, that's Joe. Hey, Joe, I gotta go dump some stuff before I can talk to you. Yeah, I have to go get the stuff gone. Sorry. You follow me around, okay? You do that anyway. So, now here's the good news. All that sounds really bad, and that's part of the play. That's part of the tactic, right? Is to get us all overwhelmed by, they're killing civilians in their vehicles. Lady takes your kid, just go and get shot in the head. What? And it's supposed to keep us scared and distracted, and we can't focus on one thing because there's so much coming at us at once. And that's by design. That's absolutely by design. We're supposed to be scared and distracted, and we don't know. We're being civilization is being attacked on all fronts, not just America, not just American citizens, but we're all being attacked on all fronts, and it's pretty freaking overwhelming. And of course, me, I'm listening to all of it. Well, not all of it, but a whole lot of it. And there's nothing I can do about any of it. So, that's not fun. But then I look at what's going on around, and I think, people are doing a pretty good job. I look at, like, the way people are resisting in Minneapolis and, in Minnesota, period. I'm just so proud of them, I would love to be part of that. The old grandmas making samosas for the protesters that people are resisting ICE. Just old women with those street food, and that just tickles me. I'm sitting here smiling right now. And the art and the music and the talent of people just out doing stuff because it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Now, where is enough? Is this Oakwood? No, that's jungle. I'd rather not do that, okay? I just had Oakwood. Here it is. Okay. Well, shit, my mouth. Okay, so, it's actually, and seeing how smart people are about stuff. I don't, what's her name? Unlearned 16. Have you ever seen her stuff? I guess she's a TikTok person. She's gotten semi-famous. She's from Canada. She's a teacher. Uh, saved the school from, well, it's a private school, but she saved it from after the, well, I guess the owner passed away. I don't know. She and some people got together and they saved the school. And she does a lot of her TikToks from there and a lot from her home and stuff. But seeing the insights and how smart she is and how she holds the people of the United States accountable for their actions. Not in a vindictive way, although she does have a temper. And I mean, I'm kind of glad she does because I'm worried about us. We don't seem to be understanding that this isn't a game, you know? I'm wondering why I'm flattening out this top. Well, I'm hoping to build something ginormous up there. Not sure what just yet, but something. I had to leave where I was before because I was just getting too I was getting too overwhelmed by the news and stuff, so I couldn't stay there. I had to leave for a while just to. I didn't want to make it poisoned, you know. So that's a thing. Put all that away. I might as well throw this in a furnace. I usually start the cheapest stuff on this end. What I want to do is make one of those fancy furnaces, you know, with all kind of hoppers to drop in fuel and hoppers to pick up stuff and sort it into things and fancyfy it. That's what I want to do. I'm trying to talk to you and do this at the same time. How's that going? Oh yeah, I have treat. Well, they're not supposed to go there. Oops, I made a boo boo. They're not supposed to go there. Coal. Are you coal? Probably. Yep. Okay. So I'm real encouraged by what people are doing. Is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say. Uh, Sometimes I feel like I have to be part of what's happening, and I can't because I mean that's just the way my life's been. It's my habit. When stuff is going on, I gotta help, you know. And I can't, and I feel so helpless. But I'm looking at these people around, and they're doing things smart, and they're doing them smarter than I could have figured out, you know. And they're doing them from the heart, you know. Not, I mean, this woman's got a big YouTube. Not YouTube. Well, yeah, she's got a YouTube too. But like, she's even had a TED Talk or something. She's been invited to a TED Talk. Anyway, so she's been doing a lot of stuff, and I gotta go cut down some more trees. And so she's pretty well known, and she takes people shopping, and she can afford to buy stuff. I mean, she buys stuff. I'm looking at some of the junk she's buying, and I'm thinking, if you would just put that down, you know, and send the money to me, I can buy groceries for a month. I mean, she doesn't buy pants. Well, I don't know. She buys athletic clothes and stuff like that. She's 50 years old. She's a skinny little butch. Used to play baseball when she was a kid with boys because there was no way for girls to play. And so that was a whole big deal because there's a girl on the team, that kind of stuff. Uh, Very well educated. Whoops. Teaches history and stuff. And boy, they learn stuff up there in Canada. It's not like here. In Canada, I don't know, maybe because it's a private school? I don't know, but it looks to me like kids are expected to actually learn stuff, you know? No horsing around. I mean, they're discussing American politics. They're discussing Canadian politics, too, but... Oh, that's where I'm putting the sheep's guts. Okay. All right, well, that's a good thing to know. All right. Well, I didn't know. Shoot. I might as well just dig my way back to where I was. So, and I hear her talk about... She tells us about the conference. She won't show the students, but she'll be in her classroom after the kids aren't in there. And she'll tell us about conversations she's had with her kids about, like... She explained tariffs to them and economic surplus and deficit, trade surplus, trade deficit, that kind of stuff. Her kids, her little ninth graders and stuff, they know more about that stuff than American adults do. So watch out for Canada because they ain't horsing around. I want just regular trees out of my regular forest to make regular uh, chests. Now, if I do this, I'm going to get tangled up in a whole bunch of trees. Take a whole bunch of time with this that I don't really want to take because they're all really close together. But oh, I forgot about Joe. Well, Joe will either show up or not. So that's heartening to me. I mean, I'm sorry that it has to be a Canadian. I mean, I'm sure there's smart Americans too, but we're so caught up in the drama and stuff. And I think one of the reasons this woman's channel is so popular is because she's she's got actual theatrical training and stuff. And she's got a great personality, so it's hard not to like her. Even if you don't like lesbians, you're gonna like her. Even if you don't like opinionated women, she's real brave to do what she does and be so open about her life and stuff. But things are different in Canada. It's not as hideous there as it is here right now. But it's good for me to see intelligent people having intelligent conversations because, of course, we do. Instead of like a lot of the stuff that happens in the United States right now is so much just reactionary. We're reacting to, and it's natural. I mean, you're being beaten, of course you're going to scream. But so much of what we're doing right now is reacting to the BS and not thinking clearly and not being creative and not being our real selves. You know, we're like in emergency mode, and that's the point. To keep us in emergency mode, to keep us scared and weirded out and not able to do anything useful. We can barely cover the basics. Like that's why they're making us hungry. And now I just found out money that was assigned to mental health, substance abuse, stuff like that, grant money, federal grant money, as he just cut it off. So what that means is people will be having crises in the streets, and cops can come pick them up and put them in an institution that's run privately by his little friends. So they're just, anybody they don't want around, they're just picking them up and put them in a concentration camp and making money off of them. So a lot of people are going to be in a lot of pain and not have access to any kind of services. Oh, I should have told you, I don't know how they did it. This is not a wealthy state that I live in, you know. New Mexico is notorious for not having much money. But we do have oil wells and stuff on the eastern part of the state, so that brings in some stuff. And we've got Sandia Labs and a whole bunch of stuff that has to do with like old Cold War projects and nuclear energy and weapons development and all like up in Los Alamos and stuff, up where the rich people live. So there is money here. Most of the regular people don't ever get to see it, but there is money here. So somehow they've got enough funds that my Medicaid is continuing. So is my food stamps for now. I don't know what happens next month. I just got to keep asking every month if I still have them. Isn't that nasty? Hold on, I got a cough. There, that's better. Where that? Now I don't know where Joe is either. I've lost Joe and I've lost a wolf. Well, heck, I didn't mean to do all this. I just meant to cut down a couple of trees. Is there stuff that, I mean, you know, like apples and things that fell down that I should know about? Maybe not. I don't know why people. There's that dog. Hey, dog. And do I have any bones? No bones there. No bones there. No bones there. There's a stick. Then apples. You sound funny. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Survival, creative, back. There's a skeleton spawner. Not too far from my spawn house. I should go hit that up. That's probably too many waves, huh? Let's see. Bone. I know. You're one of those ones that, you got a funny voice. B-O-N. Buns. Okay, now there's places for wolves out here, huh? I hear ya. I gotcha. Tame. Boy, it's a good thing I got those in creative, because you'd have wiped me out for bones, brother. I don't know if you're a brother or sister. Sibling. So are we friends now? You like me? I like you. Yes, I do. Look at that. Huh. I don't know. It's there, though. Are you coming? Yeah, you're coming. All right, do I see any more things that fell off of trees? See, that one is way too close to that other tree. I don't know what happened to Joe. Joe got mad and left, I guess. Wasted too much time. Joe just spawned. So I'm thinking that we may actually be in pretty good hands, but people aren't showing their cards, you know. Bernie Sanders said that the other day. He said things are going on. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, but things are going on. Do I trust Bernie Sanders? I don't know. Man. But much smarter people than I, are working on this problem. And wish they'd hurry up and do something, you know, because it's getting pretty freaking serious. We got sick people turned loose in the streets with no options. When these vultures just waiting for them to crash, so they can scoop them up and put them in camps. We got people getting scooped up because literal ex-Proud Boys are on patrol with all this military-grade weaponry, picking people up that they don't like their accent or they don't like their skin color or something, you know? Literal Proud Boys. And, you know, I've been around liberals my whole life, so, I mean, when you're a homeless teenage queer, you end up being around some liberals, you know? I've been warning people for years and years and years, we gotta get serious. Bad news is getting ready to happen. I kept trying to tell people. And they would just laugh it off, like, all the telepreachers, you know, the television preachers. I said, we gotta, you know, there's a so-called liberal and progressive denominations of religions. They could open television stations and radio stations and airtime and put out a progressive message. But, oh, that was just the funniest thing I ever said when I suggested that. And now look, what happened to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting? Wiped out. It was no joke what I was saying. the fairness doctrine. It said if you give one political message, you have to give another political message as well. You can't, if you're a broadcaster, you can't favor one political message over another. The fairness doctrine. Well, they got rid of that. So every lying, cheating son of a gun that could afford the airtime got to just lie and cheat. So that's why the media is so biased. And then, of course, there's the churches who have been completely taken over, not that they weren't already corrupt as hell anyway, but been completely taken over by these right-wing ideologues. And so they're not really preaching. It's all, what do you call that? Why isn't that working? Shouldn't that work? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that was about, but okay. So the airwaves are just saturated with all this bull. Well, I was so happy when Pat Robertson died, but I knew it wasn't the end of it. I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't anywhere near over. So, and Jerry Falwell, and I grew up with all them fools. They're real dangerous people, and they cause a lot of unnecessary pain for a lot of people. And now they're kind of running things. They got away with it. And the people that could have done something about it, the affluent liberals, we're talking people with college degrees and good educations. I had a really close friend who was Harvard graduate. He didn't go good either way either. He did it by washing dishes and stuff. You can't do that anymore, but that's what he did back in the day, right? So, I don't want to put wood here. I'll think about it. I'll figure it out. I'm going to get a lot of this crap out of here. And decide. Okay, so all those weird things, all those weird blocks. Oh, and I should do sand. Sand too. So people could have done something about it, and they didn't. They just laughed it off like, people act like these monsters are just ignorant. And that's how they flew under the radar so long, because nobody took them seriously. And I kept saying, I guess maybe because I lived in the neighborhoods where the people were being indoctrinated with this crap, I kept saying, this is going to be dangerous, this is going to be dangerous. Nobody would listen to me. Nobody took it seriously. And here we are. And they're still laughing. When Orange Man says something absurd, they laugh at him. Why are we laughing? It's not funny. That's not, well, that's andesite. Okay. All right, so andesite will go over here, I guess. Andesite and probably the other ones. That's gravel. I should go in here. So people just kept laughing, and so do I think liberals have my back? Heck no. I'm not stupid. Do I think we can save it? Yes, absolutely. That was my point of bringing this all up in the first place. Yes, I absolutely think we can save it. We have to be real smart. They're trying to provoke us into doing something. That's why this whole thing about what's the Insurrection Act and all that kind of crap. It's like they're drawing a line and saying double dog daring us. Because that's the way petty people do. Wait a minute, one of these must be. That's sand. That's sand. Okay, they just wanted to slow. Hold on, I got a cough. Oh, that was a bad one. But there are people doing stuff. There's people doing actual useful stuff, not just sitting around talking about it. That's one of the things with liberals. They will talk something to death. And I don't know what to do about that. It's so frustrating. What is that crap? Okie dokie. Another dog. I haven't had a dog in a while. It's nice having a companion while I'm doing stuff, maybe not as cool as a real dog, but still pretty cool. You gotta get all this crap out. So I'm trying not to be scared to death, and I'm starting to think about how I want to focus stuff. Because I really do want to focus stuff. I think that I would like to. I don't think there's anything wrong with me having wood over here, too. I think I need to be careful because I got way too much of it. But I don't want to keep running back and forth. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. There's some things I really want to discuss. And I'm not good at, writing scripts anymore. I used to be a really good writer, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. That's regular dirt. It could go. And maybe I should take some notes and try to stick to an outline. But there's stuff I want to talk about modern affairs and stuff, but also about what's going on with the game, and Untail is all of a sudden a thing that I watch it. I'm not even going to be able to play it because it's in Java, and of course I'm on Bedrock, excuse me, I'm on whatever this thing is called, mobile, and apparently you can't code games in Java and have them work on mobile, so that's the thing. And after what everybody went through with Bedrock Mobile when it first came out, Lord, I tried doing it, and it was just a nightmare. It was just a mess. And I didn't have a chance of surviving because the game was so messed up I couldn't do anything before something bad happened, that was going to kill me. It was a mess. So Hightail's not something I'm going to do, plus I suppose you have to pay money for it. I doubt they're giving it away for free. I know a lot of people are already making money off of it, and it's still not even done. Everybody's playing it, and then the code to get the game is in my bio, link in the description, So, I mean, real famous Minecraft YouTubers are playing it to promote it, so good for them, I reckon. I'm not going to be playing it, but the problem is you go to YouTube now, it's hightail this, hightail that, and I watch some people play it, and I'm like, ew, it's not even... I think it's kind of ugly myself, but that's just me. I think this game's kind of ugly, what the heck, I mean, on the one hand, it's really creative art, this game. It's really creative art. On the other hand, it's ugly, it's ew. Although I'm going to miss the funny baby chickens are going to come up with new babies. Somebody decided the game has to be cute. So the chickens and pigs and stuff, and the cows with their heads too big, and even the little puppies and kittens, they're all changing. Sounds like some are going to even have new sounds. Because I guess, Microsoft, it's got to be cute, it's got to be marketable, we got to sell this stuff to any dumb chump who is willing to buy it. Microtransactions, money, So I got a lot of stuff to talk about, like Minecraft EDU. I figured out the Minecraft EDU was just a scam from the start. And that's depressing. Yeah, I should build a golem, huh? Because this is getting way out of hand. I got way too much going on here. I hate this. Sound dogs make when they pant. It's creepy. So maybe what I ought to do, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe what I ought to do is just do things more often. I'm trying to organize my thoughts and all that stuff. Why don't I just, when I think of something, log in and play the game and talk about it and act with it, Why not? This would be a good place to put stuff I want to burn. Charcoal and leaf litter and what are the other thing I'd like to burn? Anyway, that's a good place for it. Yeah, I could even do that with extra saplings, couldn't I? Hold on, I got a cough. I almost hit the wrong button again. See, there's a thing over here, it's kind of like a slider. If I leave the slider on the right-hand side, like, I don't know if you can see, you can't see my thumbprint. My thumb at the top right-hand side of the game, that's where the recording stuff is. The way you operate the recorder. And if I'm not careful, that's also, like, see right here, the crafting table, that recording thing is right next to it. And if I have to hit the X for my, what do you call it, my user interface, it can turn off the recorder if I don't minimize it. So when I go to cough, I maximize it. I press pause. There's something over here floating around. I press pause, and then I sometimes forget. I minimize it again, and sometimes forget to unpause it. You know what I mean? So I think I'm talking to you, and I'm actually not. So that happens sometimes. But if I don't minimize it, man, especially if I'm going in my inventory and stuff, I can turn off the recorder real fast. Wish Joe would come back. Joe. What's that over there? Is that a sheep? That's a cow. Joe. Oh, well. I forgot how foresty this is over here. Yeah, I got a mess of animals over here, huh? So I think that it would be not stupid for me to talk about whatever I want, whenever I want, as long as I want. Put up the videos, figure out a title for them somehow, That way I can talk about what I want to talk about and not have to worry about being afraid to talk at all. Because I feel like I'm not organized enough or whatever, Because this is supposed to be about my mental health too, It's not just supposed to be about playing the game. Although I would like to, of course, I would like to have more community. Let's see. First of all, I would like to do this. La 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 la. A bunch of those. 4, 5. I'm keeping the rest of it this way. Now, what's that? No, that's not what I want. I want to make one of those chesty doodles. Now, would it be under blocks or would it be under furniture? See, it's getting weird. Like, why is redstone under furniture? Household furnishings. Redstone is under that. Chest. Where are chests? See, this is how, there's some copper stuff. But, this is really weird. So is it over here? Oh, my Lord. Where are you? I would like to learn this, but again, there's 509,833,022 things in this game now. I'm not sure that that's a realistic expectation. I just gotta use the search thing. Fine. Backspace. C. Whoop. OPP. Can I see it? Copper chest. You have to have a chest that's surrounded with copper, right? Is that how it works? Copper chest. I don't even Yeah, that's it. You have to have a chest surrounded by copper. Okay, fine. I forgot. No wonder it wasn't showing up. Okay, be that way. Now, I still want to know, does it show up in furniture or someplace else? Because where's chests? There we go. Copper chest. Copper chest. Okay, where will we put you? 2, 4, 6. I could put 2 more. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm just going to throw you right here for now because I don't know what else to do. Okay. I don't know if this works with jack-o'-lanterns. I don't remember if I ever tried. It works with jack-o'-lanterns. Well, you know. I just gave it something it can't put away. Oh, I'm such a bad person. Well, I keep it busy for a while, I reckon. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll just do what... I don't know, man. I gotta stop being silent. It's not making me healthy. I also get so happy and excited when I see what people are doing that's positive. That gives me so much strength, you know. I really do feel like my time is just about up. So, and I'm not being dramatic. I'm really serious about that. And I really feel like I need to get busy while I can because things are not going to get better really quick. We're going to have to work hard. You know, it's going to be a long haul. And anything I can do to help, I want to try. So I'll just figure out ways to do. I wish that didn't happen. Ways to do content that might be useful to people, and not let myself get demoralized either. You know. So anyway, I can be helpful. I will try. And in the meantime, 2, 4, 6, 8. Did you forget what to do, or did I screw you up? I know I'm confusing, aren't I? Oh, you don't have anything to do. Well, I'm sorry. Let me go get you some stuff. You're right. You need stuff to do. I made you a thing, and made you a world, and nothing for you to do in it. I'll give you some more stuff after I say goodbye to my people, okay? I'll stand here and dig for a while after I say goodbye to my people. So yeah, I think the best thing I could do is try to take care of my mental health, and this is one good way to do it. I mean, am I crazy about the fact that Microsoft owns this game, and Microsoft is helping the Israeli government and Flock Security, and which is doing surveillance on us, even from Walmart parking lots? Jeez, you know. No, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. It's all about money, and nobody cares about people anymore. You know, it's all about corporate interests. And we act like that, too, like we're the product. And see what I mean? I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I'll put this video up, and then if I want to talk about other stuff later, I will. It's really cold. I've got some stuff to do outside, but not a whole lot. There's stuff I could do in here once it warms up a little bit more. I'm kind of achy and sore, but anyway, I might put up another video. Look, I'll put up a video when I put up a video. I got to stop beating myself up because I'm not fast and exciting, and you know, I'm just playing the game the way I know how to play the game, which is from what? How many years ago? There's my dog's butt. Let's see my dog's butt. That's pretty cute butt, you know. They get a lot of stuff in these pixels, don't they? Look at that thing staring at me like I'm somebody. Like I'm anything. Oh. See, it plays on your ego because of the loyalty and the attention from the mobs. Like those LAs when they were following me around. It makes you really feel like they like you. Isn't that creepy? No wonder people get addicted to stuff like that, DPT and stuff, and think that these computers are talking to us. And ew. I used to be really impressed with the AI in Minecraft. I still am. I'm just sorry about what that's translated to in the real world. Not directly from Minecraft, but, you know, you got to wonder why Microsoft bought Minecraft. You got to wonder. You got to wonder about everything now. Can't trust anybody. My bank, PayPal, eBay, Walmart, anybody. You can't trust anybody. And I don't know what to tell you about that. It's like, sometimes the stores and stuff, I'll walk in and there's no price on the shelf, and I'll turn to a customer next to me and say, you know, I came here to buy food, not to gamble. If I want to gamble, I'll go to a casino. But everything's gambling now, even this game. I'll check in with you soon. This is a 47-minute video. That's way too long. You are alive. Wake up. Lucky, but my arms don't bend. Goodbye.
I will kill you.
Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe, or the dog gets it.